All right. Hello. Welcome to another week of the CEA, the Corporate Esports Association. I am your host and caster, Steadfast. Hope you guys are having a wonderful afternoon. We've got some very cool matches for you today. First things first, it is going to be a very nifty little thing. It is going to be a team kill match between two Google teams. We have Google 1E100 ads per minute, which is APM, so very clever name, versus the Google Expendables. Google Expendables versus the 1E100s. I'm just gonna call it Google APM versus the Google Expendables because I think they've earned that name APM with that clever usage of wordplay there. But before we get into that, gonna have a little bit of a talk about what the CEA is. They are an organization that's been around. This is, I believe, the second season, possibly the third. But they have been around for a little bit of time. They are basically a charity organization, or an organization that is directing their efforts towards charity. They are encouraging corporations to form teams, and those teams will compete against other teams in a clan war style best of five each week. As well as it's a Swiss bracket, so basically winners play winners, losers play losers, and you should always be playing a team that's relatively similar in your skill level, especially as we get further and further into the weeks. So we are, of course, sponsored. The CEA is sponsored by Shopify and Gilded. Want to say a big thanks to both of them. Gilded, Shopify, both really doing some great work, especially Shopify doing some great work in the Starcraft 2 scene. If anyone's not familiar, the CEO, Toby, is an awesome dude, really a lot of passion for the game. On a whim, basically, he doubled the prize pool for Home Story Cup. Home Story Cup, of course, one of those tournaments that's been around forever. It's a huge passion project, and anyone who understands the scene knows what that means to the scene, and knows what kind of a move that is. So that Toby, he's an awesome dude, and really cool. Really appreciate that. Uh, yeah, so in addition, the two teams we have coming up today are going to be, as I said, E100 Google APM versus the Google Expendables. Uh, and yeah, we are going to get into it pretty shortly here. Once again, just want to say a big thank you to to those two teams. To the two teams, and of course the sponsors here. So first match is going to be a ZVT on Golden Wall. Also, to explain the way that the Corporate Esports Association works. Uh, to explain the way that the Corporate Esports Association works is so there's the clan war maps. Both teams submit their rosters blindly, and then behind all of that, they have the option to swap out the uh, a third Google team member just accidentally joined the lobby. Sorry, we're organizing the lobby here. So they have the option to swap a map. So there's an A map and a B map. So this week's theme was Golden Wall. So every map was quote unquote a normal map, normal. And the A map was a normal map. And then each team has one swap, and if they want, they can swap it to the B map. In this case, all 4 B maps and the ace match are Golden Walls. So there is a good chance you'll be getting a Golden Wall map. And that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. And we are going to be getting into this one. All right, so map 1 is going to be Golden Wall. One of the teams did, in fact, use their swap, so we will be getting into that one. There's no chance of a, 4 Golden Wall maps because there's only a total of 2 possible swaps. But in theory, if both swaps had been used and it went to the ace match, you could have 3 of the 5 matches going to Golden Wall. But without further ado, we are going to get into game number 1 between T Scuzzy and the Pacifists. Oh, actually, hang on one moment. Oh. Gotta adjust the... Sorry, just one moment, guys. Organizing this all up. I've got, I've realized in the last couple of weeks that I could definitely use, 4 additional monitors. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. All right, so we are getting into map number 1 on Golden Wall. It is going to be T Scuzzy versus Pacifists. T Scuzzy for Google 1E100 ads per minute, and Pacifists for the Expendables. And we're going to be getting into it in just a moment. Once again, thank you very much for tuning in, and hope we are going to have a good match here. All right, we have spawning down in the bottom right position of Golden Wall. It is, oh, this is going to be confusing. I believe representing 1E100. Give it up for T Scuzzy, also known as the APM. But look at that. Look at that. Look at that logo. That is really, really lovely. And his opponent spawning down in the bottom left, representing the Expendables. It is the Red Terran player. Give it up for Pacifists. So this should be a pretty fun match. Both players are around diamond level, as it is a corporate thing. You know, we're not looking for GSL caliber players, but we can definitely get some very exciting matches out of these games. And at the end of the day, it is for charity. You know, we just want to make sure everyone has fun. It's about building a community. You know, bragging rights, that is always a big, big deal. And hopefully we'll get some good matches out of it along the way. Last week was week 1. We had it go all the way to the ace match in a nail-biting series. What by all means should have been a very mismatched matchup on paper. The team that was on paper much, much stronger did not end up, they actually went down 0-2 and came very, very close to losing that match against, like I said, an on-paper team that should have beaten them pretty cleanly. And that's the beauty of it. A lot of snipe builds were prepared, and, you know, a lot of teams work together. They really become kind of a brain trust. And that's a pretty cool concept. So getting into the builds a little bit here, we do have the Zerg player looking around for some potential proxy Raxes. Not going to be getting fooled here. That's always good. And on the other side of the map, Terran player actually going for a a gas first here. So going to be getting a very quick reactor and factory behind this 1 Rax expand. Of course, by going for that gas first, you are able to cut the first Marine and get that reactor out a little bit quicker, which means that you can start up your first 2 Hellions just a little bit quicker. Now, we do have... Oh, Reaper is going to miss these 4 Lings. It's actually going to go straight up into the main base for a scout, and now we'll go down to the natural. Now, the SCV of the 3rd base is going to get killed, so that drone will be able to turn into the hatchery. Reaper not able to get the kill on that drone. Nice save from T. Scuzzy. Looking sharp right there. And being able to get that 3rd hatchery down, always nice. Terran player is going to go for a full scout here. Looks like he did spot that the Zerg player is still mining gas. Oh, and look at this. This is a very important thing. He sees that a building was just started and canceled. There was a roach warren. Looks like maybe some mind games may have come into effect here a little bit. Pacifists has got to be thinking, oh man, you just wanted to go for some kind of all-in right there. And, well, he is going to throw down that roach warren once again. Very, very cool. Pacifists definitely thinking about the concept of this with that very aggressive scouting, but he is going to need to figure this out once again. Will we see a cloaked Banshee, for example? Banshees, of course, very, very good, very versatile. They provide a lot of aggressive potential, but also a lot of defensive potential against something like a Roach Ravager Ling push. Ooh, but it's not going to be that. It is going to be a Fusion Core. Now, you can still start up that safety Banshee until you find stuff, but, well, T. Scuzzy is really going to be committing hard to this. He is only on a single gas and 27 drones. So this is going to be a very committed push. And, well, it's going to be tough to deal with if he cannot see this in the next couple of moments, really, because he does not have a wall set up at the front. Ooh, these Hellions, they're trying to get some harassment done on the 3rd base. Lings, though, well, not going to have a good time against them, but I don't think the Terran player has seen those roaches yet, because if he did, he would have most likely started up a bunker at the front. And Hellions, well, they're going to run by. Going to see a bunch of Zerglings popping out here. And that is good information, but is it too late? The Lings are already making their way into the natural expansion of Pacifists. T. Scuzzy is looking really solid right here. Battlecruiser does start up, but it is going to be a long time until it is done. Already a couple of Ravagers were morphed in, and this is a ton of Lings right now. And, oh, man, the front door, oh, it's left open, and Lings are going to flood into the main base. This is going to be so much damage. SCVs being pulled, that's not going to be enough to stop the onslaught of this. Already so many SCVs are going down. Now, T. Scuzzy is very committed to this. He is super committed, but he is doing so much damage with this. 8 SCVs, 7. The number is continuing to fall. We're likely to see this number go down to 0 before that battlecruiser fully pops out. And, well, mules, oh, they're going to get called down. They're only going to get 1 mining trip per before they are taken out. And, well, this is big problems for the Terran player. He's on 10 SCVs, and more than half of his army supply has not yet popped out. There it goes. A couple of Hellions and the BC. Lings. Oh, they're still going to be able to pick off the kill on those 2 morphing Hellions. Pacifists with the sad face. And, well, that is to be expected. Ooh, a little bit of spice right there. Technically an offensive GG getting called right there. Very, very spicy. And, well, game number 1 will go to, I believe it is E100. I'm just going to confirm that with my little Google Doc that I've made up. Yep, it is E100 with that win. And, well, Pacifists, little bit sad there. Little bit sad. And we are going to be getting into game number 2 on Eternal Empire in just a little bit here. Eternal Empire will be the map. No swap was used for this one. And we're going to be getting into it in just a moment here. So it is going to be Sizigi versus Stagadish. On paper, these teams are very well matched. Stagadish versus Sizigi. There we go. And once again, we are just going to be making sure the players are ready. Definitely some mind games coming down in that first match. Very cool to see. All right, so we are going to remake the lobby. Wait, did I... oh, 1 second. Language and region. Ah, yes, there we go. All right, so we're going to be getting into game number 2 in just a moment. It's going to be on Eternal Empire. It is going to be... Oh, you know what? I need to close that up because it is... Yeah, I think I need to get like a third monitor or set up virtual desktop in one way or another. Sizigi. There we go. Bum, bum, bum. You gotta love that Starcraft 2 music. It is just the best stuff. All right. So we're going to be getting into the map in just a moment. Like I said, it is Eternal Empire. It is going to be Sizigi versus Stagadish. Stagadish is a member of the Expendables, and Sizigi is a member of E100 ads per minute. 1 E100. All right, and we are just about to get into it. All right, here we go. ZVP in game number 2. Expendables trying to even the series at 1 apiece. And, well, Syzygy is going to be trying to prevent that. Going to be trying to keep his team ahead here, put them up 2-0, and give them a chance for a sweep. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right, here we go. Spawning up in the top right position. Representing Google APM, it is Syzygy. And their opponent spawning down in the bottom left. Representing the Expendables, it is the Red Zerg player. Give it up for Stegadish. I wonder what that what the origin of that name is. Is that like Stegosaurus? Is that like... Would you, like, eat a Stegosaurus? Is that, like, a Stegosaurus dish? What's going on there? I mean, that Zerg symbol does look a little bit like a fossil. Yeah, maybe there's something to that. Ooh, Stegadish. Gonna be going for... I think I know what kind of build this is. And unless I'm mistaken, this is a very committed Speedling Flood, possibly. Oh, maybe not. No, it's just going to be a... Okay. Maybe? Oh, this is very interesting. Electing to skip the first Overlord for quite some time. He's going to need to build that, like... now, though. Yeah, that... Oh, no. That's going to be a long supply block. Unfortunately. Looks like the Zerg player is going to be keeping this Overlord at the natural here for a little bit. Just going to be making sure there's no cannon rush. Syzygy thinking about representing that, but not going to be able to, or well, not going to be doing so. On the other side of the map, the Protoss player is just opening up very standard. Ooh, is this a full wall? No, I don't believe so. You can pop a gateway over here, though. And that is no problem at all. And, well, what can we expect from these players here? I was thinking it might have been a big Speedling Flood, but it looks like it's actually going to be gasless from the Zerg player for a decent bit of time, just now starting off that gas, and going for 8 lanes. So this is a very neat little build, because if you don't see this coming and you don't build a Zealot, you're going to have potentially a little bit of a tough time. Now, if the first unit is chrono boosted out from Syzygy, yeah, it should pop out before those lings get there. It's only 20 seconds for a chrono boosted Adept or Stalker to pop out. But there is a scenario where, I see. He's going to try and shade or pop through that little gap in the wall, drone drill through, and trap the Adept. Now, this is very interesting. Oh, the Adept is moving forward. Iggy gets surrounded. Go for it. Oh, he's just going to go right in on top of the pylon, and he's going to depower that. No problem. Adept is going to get surrounded. Oh, now that means that this pylon is not being targeted, and that means the second unit, the Stalker, will pop out. It is going to have a big job ahead of it, though. And, well, this first pylon will get taken out, but the second one has been rebuilt. Already a couple of those drones that were with this attack have been taken down. This is a very frightening scenario here for the Protoss player. Pylon is going to trap these units inside, but now... Oh, man, you need to micro that Stalker. You got to get down there and keep that pylon alive. But it is... Oh, not getting target fire down anymore. The Zerglings will turn and fight against those probes, and 5 probes are going to get taken down. This has been a very costly defense for Syzygy. He is now fully walled in. These 2 drones are trapped. They're not getting home, but he has droned up a significant amount behind this. He is going for a Roach Warren now. But here is the main problem for the Zerg player. Potential problem, I should say. Dark Shrine coming down. And, well, this has the potential of getting really, really messy for the Zerg player very quickly. But, oh, this Overlord. Da-dun. Oh, he stopped. No, don't stop. Oh, this Stalker is going to be able to shoo him away. Will he turn back around, Stegadich? He is... No, he's going to leave. And this means he will not see these DTs coming, and he does not have any protection or detection on the map. He is, in fact, just going to be going for roaches. Oh, that Overlord still even goes down. 8 kills on this Stalker. Oh, my God. That is quite a lot. We're going to be able to see some DTs morph in. And as long as he sends both DTs straight across the map and then just warps in additional ones to deal with these roaches, he is in a really, really good spot. And he is going to be warping these DTs in. Warp Prism coming out as well. Of course, the ability to ferry those units around, pop them up into the Warp Prism if they ever get into trouble is very nice. These drones finally going to get taken out here. Bringing the Stalker baller count up to 10. Oh, DTs are going to walk by these roaches. And he's getting DT Blink, the swag move from Sig Ziggy. Still nothing on the way in terms of detection for the Zerg player. Siziggy, you've just got to warp in some DTs. Oh, he's warping in Stalkers. Oh, this is actually going to make the defense a lot more difficult. But DT's already going to work in the natural expansion. Spine Crawlers being built, not Spores, but now the Roaches and Ravagers are going to be moving their way forwards. Can we see a battery overcharge to keep these units alive? DTs will be warping in. They are going to get in before that pylon can get taken out. And this is getting bad to worse. Going from bad to worse for Stegadich. He's already lost 17 drones. And these DTs, they're going to clean up everything. Siziggy is looking so good in this game. Finally, a Spore Crawler coming up in the main base. But the DTs, they are ripping everything to pieces. Probes will get pulled here. But as long as the DTs can hold the ramp pretty effectively, we are going to see a massive lead for the Protoss player. He's already up 11 probes. He is losing more right now, but these DTs, they are going to inevitably clean everything up. Oh man, the Zergling's getting a lot of kills though. And now the Zerg player is only down. Oh, the DTs went into the main base in range of the Spore. Just kill that natural hatchery, and you are in such a good position right now. Lings are not going to get any additional damage done in the main base. That shield battery will ensure that that is the case. But if this hatchery goes down, Stegadich is going to be on just one base right now. And he does not have any mobile detection. That layer is about halfway done, a little bit more so than that. But that is big, big problems if he loses his hatch. 1 base to 2 is a disaster scenario for a Zerg player. DT is going to be popping back up into the Warp Prism. Siziggy, he's getting Blink right now, and he is already on 3 gates. He's rebuilding probes right now. The Zerg player is droning up as well, but Stegadich is in so much trouble right now. Oh man, 4 DTs coming in. Is he just going to try and bum rush the Spore? That would be a very bold move. No, it's going to be Archons. Okay. Archons. Honestly, Siziggy, you don't need to... You can chill. Your opponent is all in right now. They're only on 1 base. You can just chill right now. The Zerg player, they are the one that needs to get something done. And, well, these DTs, one of them is going to get found. The Archon in the main base, well, Archon drop, I should say, is going to pop on out. And a good number of Zerglings will get picked off immediately. Oh, no, 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 no! These... Oh, my God. A little bit of miss micro coming in from Siziggy right there. He is going to be losing one of those Archons, and that is a pretty big loss. Stegadich, as I said, is very, very committed to another attack here. He is only on 24 workers just now, rebuilding his natural expansion. And, well, that is problems. That is really big problems. If he cannot find a way to get some damage done, Syzygy is just going to be way too far ahead in this game. He's already up to now 41 workers, and Blink is going to be finished up before any attack can formulate from Stagadish. Oh, no. 3 Overlords are going to be going down right here to this singular Archon. It's up to 16 kills right now. And, well, it's going to find another Ling and should be able to pick off this Overlord. Things going from bad to worse for Stagadish. Nice micro from Syzygy. Units lost. Well, it's pretty far in favor of the Protoss player. It has been a bloodbath for workers this game. Almost as many drones have gone down as there are drones in this game right now. Oh, man. War Prism going to make its way back in towards the natural. Already a Spore and a Spine on the way. That will, of course, help against continued DT harass here. But at the end of the day, that's not necessarily what... that's not required to win this game anymore. It has already done more than it needed to do. Archon is going to drop into the natural right here, and it's going to start picking away at drones. Already 2, 3, maybe 4 drones going to go down. Nice target fire on that one weakened drone. Archon, oh, just barely getting saved right there. 4 drones going down, and that doesn't seem like much. But then you look at the drone count. The Zerg player is only on 24, and that means that is a significant portion of the Zerg economy. Syzygy is on full 2-base saturation right now. Oh no, the Archon's too fat. Oh, it's going to need that War Prism to ferry it out of the natural expansion. God, Archons are just massive, aren't they? Just real big boys. Syzygy going to be adding on some additional gateways right now. Only on 4 warp gates. Realistically, he can afford 8. Is going to be adding on 2 more. But, man, Stagadish is going to be in a world of hurt when this attack finally coalesces and moves on forward. Archons getting ferried out of the main base, or natural expansion finally. These Immortals looking a little bit like Brood War units right there. Just derping their way around. And, well, what does Stagadish have going for him? He's got good creep spread in his main base. Got a couple of static defenses. His opponent's on the same base count he is. But as I say that, Syzygy starts up a 3rd Nexus at the same time that the Zerg player starts up his 3rd hatch. And, I mean, that's not a good thing. +2 attack already starting up for Syzygy. And, well, there are no upgrades for the Zerg. Only has that Overlord speed and that Zergling speed. Nice usage of these Changelings here to get a decent little scout. But he is going to see this army, and that 4 Immortals... 4 Immortals, 3 Archons. That's a lot of power units right now. Realistically, the army of Stagadish, it would struggle against just those units with the +1 attack. But when you introduce the number of charge lots, Blink Stalkers, and a couple of sentries to boot, oh, wow. Oh, my God. MVP Changeling right here. Ho, 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 ho. It is holding the 3 fat Archons back, and they are not leaving. Oh, man. Stagadish is... There we go. Finally, that Archon goes down, or that Changeling goes down. But that did buy a lot of time for Stagadish here. Now, God, does that time really mean anything? He's been outmined significantly in this game, basically since that those DTs got in. And... well, even these charge lots. Oh, no. This is going to be a big flank on the Zerg army. It is going to get on top of these Roaches. They are in so much trouble. They don't even have Roach speed. They are going to get into a really nice position here. And the Hatchery will tank a lot of damage. That does mean it will get taken out very quickly. But about the best fight that Stagadish could have asked for, but still, +1 attack on these Immortals, these Archons. It's just going to be proving to be too much for the Zerg player. And, well, Stagadish, he is going to be absolutely overrun here. Syzygy will go up in this game and put his team ahead 2-0 in the series. There is just nothing that can be done. The drones are being pulled into the main base. There is a small counterattack on the other side of the map. It is actually getting a little bit of damage done. Picks off 4 probes and would have killed that 3rd base, but that is just not enough to compensate for the difference in power of these 2 armies. And, well, very well played from Syzygy right there, and he is going to be putting his team up 2-0 in the series, and we're going to be getting into game number 3 on Ice and Chrome. Ice and Chrome, of course, one of the bigger maps in the pool right now. Oh man, that changeling! Shout out to that changeling right there. That was magnificent. All right, so we are going to get into the next game. It is going to be on West server. West server, pretty cool, pretty cool. And the two players for this one are going to be Hu, who is a random player, by the way, and Colonel XC. Our first random player that we have had the opportunity to cast here. So that is going to be pretty cool. Oh, I thought I popped him in. All right. So, Hu, the random player with an opportunity to put things away for his team here, would be pretty nifty. So I'm just discussing with the players in the case that it does end up being a 3-0. We're still going to play that map number 4 because why not? At the end of the day, it is about entertainment, it's about having fun, and it's about a community. So we're going to be doing that. These teams, of course, they do know each other pretty well, so that is pretty cool. And we're going to be getting into game number 3 between these two Google teams. Google, 1E100 APM ads per minute versus Google Expendables. APM is up 2-0, but we do have the player Colonel XC saying it's not going to be a 3-0. Don't plan for that. That's not happening. And I love the confidence. It is great to see. And, well, we'll have to see if he can back up his bluster or if he is going to get blown out. Spawning up in the top right position of the map, it is the Blue Zerg player. Give it up for Hu. The random player spawning in as Zerg, I should say. And his opponent spawning down in the bottom left. It is the red Zerg player. Give it up for Colonel XC. The Colonel. Is he going to be able to bring it back for his team, or is HuYu going to be able to close the door on any potential comeback? We'll see in just a little bit. Hatch first, going to be coming down, it looks like, from both players here. I would not have minded to see HuYu go for like a 12 pool or 13-12. I think that that would have been really strong, especially as a random player. Things just get so difficult to deal with when you just have a lot to deal with. Brilliant analysis. When you don't know what your opponent's race is, and they spawn in and do a specifically in ZVZ, things get really, really dicey if they can keep that hidden. But we are going to see Colonel XC may have already seen that there was an Overlord here. If he didn't yet, he will most assuredly see that in a moment. I think he probably already saw it, though. Overlords they have pretty big vision range. And regardless, he knows now. Regardless, he knows now. And, well, I do wonder about the strengths of matchups because up until now, all the players have been Diamond, which is pretty neat. But for this one, Colonel XC is a Platinum player versus a Diamond player in HuYu. But because, of course, playing random, you have so many more matchups to think about. It can cause difficulties. It can cause a lot of difficulties, in fact, trying to deal with that, trying to reconcile that. And, well, so far, HuYu is going to be droning up a little bit more. Colonel XC, a little bit late on his Overlord, actually. Both players going for those injects immediately. It's expected, but not a given. Oh, this Ling Scout. Oh, not quite going to be blocked out. There is that Baneling nest in the main base that is going to get scouted here. And that is a very, very valuable scout. Colonel XC is cutting his third base for a little bit in order to get out that faster Baneling nest, and did cut a couple of drones as well. He continued to mine full... Oh, no, looks like 2 on gas, but he still got that Baneling nest out quite a bit quicker. HuYu instead went for the faster third hatch himself, playing a little bit more standard. Now, ZVZ, Ling Bane Micro, is a very, very difficult art. It is extremely difficult to pull off, and that is a pretty significant advantage for Colonel XC, that he is the one who is, you know, main Zerg. This is very interesting, though. He's going for a macro hatch. That is not something you see often at all in ZVZ. Usually you see it as that third base, but he doesn't want to have to worry about losing that. Ooh, these Lings trying to get a scout. Instead, they're actually going to get into the natural, and they're going to pick off a couple of drones. Oh, no, they get aggroed on these Lings, and that one low health drone will survive. Lot of Banelings morphing it on both sides. 5 to 6. Oh, that's a lot of Zerglings for HuYu, but Colonel XC is going to try and create chaos and run on into the main base. Will grab a couple of drones, and the Banelings do get baited away from the natural expansion. One of them will splash on a couple of those units. The Banelings in the main base, or sorry, Zerglings in the main base, did get shoot away. Oh, that is a big Baneling detonation. Oh, man, that was really close to splashing right in the face of HuYu. But Colonel XC, not able to get that massive detonation that he was looking for. He is continuing to commit, though, and HuYu, he's going to add on a couple of drones here, which is a little bit dangerous. Little bit dangerous during these Ling versus Ling, or well, Ling Bane versus Ling Bane fights. Oh, massive Baneling detonation on the Zerglings of Colonel XC, and HuYu just took a massive lead in this game off the back of that. That is so devastating for the red Zerg player. It looks like, oh man, this queen is very lost, and it is going to get taken out. This third hatchery that has been thrown down is in a lot of jeopardy. There's already a Roach Warren nearly done here for Hu Yu. And, well, he's going to scout forward. He has been very good with his scouting here. Almost getting a Bane, but not quite. Nice cancel. Cancel, very important to not lose that. Hu Yu, by the way, building a ton more drones right now and getting a layer. He's already finished up that Roach Warren. And that will allow him to have a much easier time on the defense. But Colonel XC, he is continuing to keep that pressure on. He is really wanting to keep going. He needs to spend his money, though. Spend his larva. A little bit focused on the army fight right now, and that is going to make things very difficult for him if he cannot get some more Zerglings out. And the Baneling's moving forward. Oh, a devastating detonation. Nice micro from Hu Yu to get that on top of his opponent's units, almost taking down one of the Banelings of Colonel XC as well. Colonel XC is going up into a layer right now, but he does not have... he's floating a lot of money. I actually don't think he's got this hatchery hotkeyed. I think that is a... Ooh, that is a... Okay, there we go. He did build some Zerglings just now. Maybe he doesn't have a fast enough repeat scenario. Ooh, a couple of Lings are going to find the Baneling. Oh, no. Oh, that was such a huge opportunity for Colonel XC. He still gets a nice Baneling detonation, but he is down so many workers right now. He needs to get something massive done. And Hu Yu, he's going up to all 6 gases right now. And... what can Colonel XC do right now? He is in a lot of trouble. He is wanting to go mute. No, not mute. Is he? Okay, there we go. 4th gas does come down. Oh, man. The red Zerg player is really struggling in this one. He has lost a ton of stuff. Not that many drones have gone down on either side. Only the first couple of units coming in here. Oh, looks like Hu Yu knows that his opponent likes to go mutas. And he's going to be building some very... Wow, this is a lot of spores. 5 spores coming down right now. The thing is, he's far enough ahead that that's okay, even though there's not even a Spire on the way yet. Overseer is going to scout into the main base, and it is going to see that there is nothing just yet. Hydra Den coming down, as well as that Roach Speed. So, well, okay, there we go. Spire actually starting. This is one of the few times that I've seen a Spire start up after the spores were done. Roaches are going to be moving across the map here. I believe looking to get another cancel on this 3rd hatchery. And, well, Hu Yu, he's going to be forcing out 6 spine crawlers at the front door from Colonel XC. Colonel XC thinking this is an all-in, and he can just survive to get up to those mutas, but that's not really the case. Even if we see a big commitment, Hu Yu is on 50 drones right now. He's on a really great economy. Oh, Banelings. Oh, taking care of all of the Zerglings of Colonel XC. These spine crawlers are slowly but surely finishing up. 2 of them do get taken out very quickly, though, but the other 4 will finish. Still, though, this is so many Roaches and a couple of Ravagers here. Ravagers, nice Corrosive Biles on top of these spine crawlers. And, well, the mutas... they will be coming out very shortly, but I don't think there's going to be enough time. Banelings, if they can splash in on top of these spines, that is going to take care of them so quickly. Oh, that is an interesting reposition on that injured spine. I guess he pulls it back from the front, which is always nice. Oh, Corrosive Biles not just hitting the spine crawler, but also the Overlords as well. That spine crawler finally reburrowing, only going to get 2 pokes before getting taken out. And the supplies, they tell a very grim tale for the Expendables. And 12 drones going down, the natural hatchery going down. Mutas pop out, but this is so many Roaches right now. And Roach Speed is done. They are going to be able to gut the entire main base before those Mutas can take them out. And I just don't see any way that Colonel XC is going to be able to hold on right now. There's already Hydras being built at home. The Spires being targeted down. The drone count is going to drop potentially to 0 before this game finishes. And there it is. 0 drones on the map. Colonel XC is in shambles, and Hu Yu, the random player who got Zerg, is going to be able to take down game number 3, and that will secure the 3-0 for the Google APM. The ads per minute. Very solid game from the random Zerg. And we're going to be getting into that next game in just a moment here. All right, we're going to be getting on West server for this fourth and final game. Once again, it is already a 3-0 for the one team, but we're going to play out the last match because, like I said, it is all about having a good time and enjoying yourselves. West is best. Korean server, please. Ah, there we go. Bing, bang, boom. And it is going to be Worry Wonder versus Sign On. It is spelled S-I-N-E-O-N. A very, very clever little name right there. I like it. We'll be getting into this one in just a moment. This will be the last match of the corporate side. We will have a winner's interview, and we'll have an interview with both coaches. Just get a little bit of intel on these two teams. You know, just hear what they have to say. It's always nice. And, yeah. Beyond that, we are going to be getting into a collegiate match in just over an hour. After that, it's going to be UC Davis versus UCSD. University of... Wait, did I... Yeah, is that right? UCSD? I believe so. Yes. UCSD versus UC Davis. So that's going to be cool. It's going to be a lot of fun. Once again, this is mostly a for fun match because why not? Between these two players, and we're going to be getting into it. Sign On versus Worry Wonder in just a moment. A little bit of TVZ action. Just waiting to make sure all of the players are ready. Perfect. There we go. Game number 4. In what is technically a best of 5, and it's already over. But yeah, we're having fun. Gotta have fun. All right. Here we go, spawning down in the bottom left position of the map. His team has already secured the win, but can he take their spirits? It is the Green Zerg player. Give it up for Rye Wonder, representing ads per minute, Google ads per minute, APM, very fun, and his opponent, representing the Google Expendables, trying to get a little bit of honor back for his team. It is the Red Terran player. Give it up for Sign On. Oh man, I love this. I love this logo so much. It is so cool. The Google logo, very cool. You love to see it. You love to see the effort being put in to that kind of stuff. Oh, a little bit of trash talk coming down in the chat here. You love to see it. Some friendly banter, of course. These guys are on they are on the same company, so I'm sure they know each other. I'm sure they're just having a good time. Oh, very funny. Uh, you love to see it. All right, so going to be a pretty standard opening coming out of the Terran player here, and the Zerg for that matter. Neither one of them going to be going for, like, you know, a 16 pool. Definitely not the Terran. That's going to be really tricky to pull off. I don't even know how you would do that. In fact, it's not possible. Terran's never had a mind control unit, so, you know, it's just not happening. You just got to accept that. Ooh, but this is weird. Okay, look at this. Tech Lab coming down on that barracks. That is very much the opposite of standard. And, well, Sign On. He's got a lot of pressure on his shoulders. He's got to get some honor back for his team. He's got to get that respect. These unbuildable bricks will fall victim to the Zerg Swarm, as one might expect. Reaper is going to be trying to get into the natural here. Ooh, it's going to jump up into the main base, but it gets caught by the Queens of Rye Wonder. And Rye Wonder, well, he is, he's going to pick that off. That's very nice. Now, what's going to come down on this? Oh, ho, ho. This is looking like a little bit of a Battle Mech Squadron build. We've already got a factory with a tech lab here. Another factory coming down, and this is going to be for a reactor. So we are likely, well, we actually could see Blue Flame Hellions even. I would not hate to see... Oh, okay. Tank. Wow. Sign On. His first unit after that Reaper is actually going to be a tank here. This is very aggressive. Roach Warren coming down from Rye Wonder. That will give him the opportunity to potentially deal with some of this stuff. And, well, there we go. He is going to be using this factory for the reactor here. So, yeah, I'm very curious to see what Sign On's going to do with this. The Zerg player, by the way, has gone up to 3 gases and a Roach Warren, as well as a layer. Not actually fully saturating these gases, though. A little bit of a miscue. That's unfortunate. Of course, balancing your gas and mineral income is a big deal right here. By the way, speaking of big deals, 5 SEVs just got taken down in a natural expansion. I did not even notice that those lings had slipped in right there, and neither did Sign On, and he loses a lot of workers right there. Rye Wonder is currently up. He's currently up 19 workers right now. Overlord will end up getting taken out here. That is actually going to supply block the green Zerg. But, man, Sign On's actually in a lot of trouble right now. Because he went for that very quick second factory, his economy not doing too hot right now. And he is going to be inevitably going for these Magfield Accelerator Cyclones. Cyclones, of course, very, very powerful units, especially against roaches. But they need a lot of room to maneuver. And if they don't have that, they're going to be in a really kind of awkward scenario. Like, if you can corner them against the wall, they're going to have a really tough time getting much value. Third factory will come down for the Terran player here. Zerg player already up to a huge worker count right now. And it looks like I said, I think these teams really know each other well. Rye Wonder, with an excellent anti-mech play, is going to be going for the double attack upgrades here. I always love to see that from Zerg players. I think it is, for one of the most fun play styles to play. I think it's just a blast. All your units hit so hard. You don't even give a crap about armor because, you know, you're just a Chad like that. You just focus on the aggression and the unfettered nature of Zerg. And, well, it's just a cool way to play. Very cool way to play, in my opinion. We're going to be seeing the mech, battle mech upgrade, which is that +1 armor. Of course, armor extends to not just ground, but also air units for that mech. First battle mech squadron is going to be moving out here. Magfield Accelerator is done. By the way, excellent creep spread so far from the Zerg player. Looking quite nice. He has taken his 4th base behind all of this. but he has not gotten any notion yet of this attack coming. And these Lings, they're going to be taken out very quickly. Ooh, a couple of lock-ons will come in. They're going to take down this Queen, but now there's a lot of Zerglings. One of the Cyclones will get taken out. That is a lot of firepower gone from this army. Important to note that there is no blue flame, which means these Hellions, while they can deal with Lings, and they will do quite well against them, they're not going to be as devastating as they would be if they had that blue flame. And, well, Hydra's now being added on. Oh, even a Hive. Man, Rye Wonder is just making all the right moves in all the right places. Creep Spread continuing to advance on forward. Hive started up now. The only thing he needs is he could use a few more drones, but realistically, the Terran player just finished his third orbital command center and has not landed it yet. So while he is up to 4 bases, the Terran player has not even yet secured his third. And there we go, 16 drones just got started all at once. And that is going to slam the Zerg economy right up into that, that above 70 number. A little bit of oversaturation, though, at this newest base. Would love to see him transfer some drones to the 4th hatch. This little battle mech squadron will be moving around here. The Lings are being used for a counterattack, and they're going to look to try and get in, but they're actually just going to run into the wall. They will get cleaned up eventually, but most of this battle mech squadron does get cleaned up as well. Lings forcing a lift on that 3rd command center. Widow Mines being added on here. Oh, those tanks. These tanks on the defense. 17 kills, 9 kills. Ooh, other battle mech squadron on the right side is going to try and take down this hatchery, but already a transfuse being used, and the army will close in to this location. It's going to be able to take out 1 or 2 Hellions as well as one of those very expensive, valuable Cyclones. And things are continuing to just be really solid for Rye Wonder here. Sign On, though, adding on a fusion core. I have yet to see a fusion core constructed that looks like that. That is so futuristic looking. Looks so like, I don't know why it makes me think of this, but it makes me think of, what is that? Fifth Element. I don't know why it makes me think of that. I don't think it's got anything to do with that movie, but it just makes me think of it. Like the whole overall tone of that movie, if not the style itself. Oh, that is a lot of Widow Mines, and they get some decent shots on this army, but they will all get taken out, and this command center, oh, it is in a lot of trouble, and it is going to go down, and it's going to burn down nonetheless. Oh, that is painful. Terran player suffering a few losses. Did trade all right with those initial Widow Mines, but losing that 3rd command center is just devastating. He's going to be rebuilding that, and he's trying still to go up into that battle cruiser tech switch. But realistically, the Zerg is really, really far ahead in this game. And well, Sign On is in a lot of trouble right here. He is adding on 2 more tech labs for that battlecruiser swap. But look at this. Look at what is continuing to be added on here by Rye Wonder. He's going up into that double attack upgrade once again. The adrenal glands upgrade nearly done. Corruptors are on the way. Lurker Den is being built. This is just all systems go here for the Zerg player. Oh, man, this battle mech squadron, it is potentially going to find itself very committed right here. Well, we'll be able to grab some decent lock-ons here, getting a Roach and a couple of Hydras. But now the Lings, they are looking to close on this army, and a lot of units already being surrounded, taken out. The Zerglings trying to close that pincer, and they are going to be able to successfully do so. Only 2 Cyclones slipping out of that cordon. And my God, is that ever devastating for the Terran player. Zerg player is currently up 100 supply, and he is going to take down this 3rd base once again with that Caustic Spray Roach Hydra Ling combo. And, well, what can Sign On do in this scenario? He's got 2 tanks holding the entire fort down. And this battlecruiser swap, it's already been pre-countered with those +2 Hydras, with those Corruptors. And look at this, 13 more drones coming down from Rye Wonder. He is playing a brilliant game right here. Going to be trading out some of these Lings in order to free up a little bit of supply. Oh, actually, one thing that could really work against him is if he builds these Corruptors into Broodlords. That could actually kind of work, like I said, a little bit against him. Blue Flame Hellbats will keep those units alive. Yeah, battlecruisers do very well against Broodlords. Now, like I said, though, these are +2 Hydralisks, and that will nullify all of the, well, the +2 armor upgrades for the battlecruisers there. Rye Wonder, by the way, let's take a look at the resource income advantage. It is so staggeringly in favor of the green Zerg player. And, well, these Broodlords, they're going to start to shell away at this base. BCs, there's only 2 of them on the map right now, and we're going to see a lot of units go down for the Terran player. The BCs will blink on top of those Broodlords, but now the rest of the Zerg army shows up, and one of those BCs is immediately sniped off. That Liberator, a little bit out of position, not adding too much value. Broodlords, well, just the almighty force from the Zerg Swarm is just going to prove to be way too much for his opponent to deal with. Sign-On, unfortunately, can't even get a map for his team. It is going to be a decidedly one-sided victory for the E100 ads per minute here. And congratulations to them beating their other Google team. And we're going to be getting into an interview in just a little bit here. Definitely a little bit more one-sided than you hope to see, but it is the nature of the beast. Sometimes these matchups do end up being a little bit on the one-sided end. All right, like I said, just organizing up these calls, getting them all squared away. Okay.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the chat. How you doing?
You know, pretty good.
Pretty good, pretty good. First of all, why don't you introduce yourself?
My name is Dan, and I play for the Google Expendables.
Awesome, yeah. Once again, thank you for joining me. So obviously, it was a little bit of a rough match, especially against a I guess rival team coming from the same company. I'm sure there'll be some trash talk and whatnot. But it seems like you guys have a really great culture over there. Why don't you talk about that a little bit? Tell us just like how you formed the team, stuff like that.
Yeah, so we've got a couple of guys who are really involved with sort of managing all of the sign-up process and everything else like that. And they're also really active internally, just finding people who are interested in playing and recruiting them to come join us on their Saturdays. We've got a couple different internal message board type tools that we use to keep in touch. We send out battle reports to a larger mailing list every Saturday after the teams play.
Oh, that's awesome.
We have like a regular Thursday practice.
Nice. Yeah, you guys have a really great culture there.
Yeah, it's definitely both technically impressive and also really wonderful to have, especially in these times, as the saying goes.
Yeah, yeah, it's difficult. But kudos to you, for sure, for like, well, kudos to all of you, I guess, for keeping that together, organizing the teams, and really making it feel a little bit closer.
Yep.
It's something that doesn't get talked about, but like, yeah, really kudos on that.
Yeah, it's been great to have something to kind of like take everybody's mind off things every weekend and just a place to hang out, have fun. And big shout out to Cicero and Gialgatine and Turing, who are the three folks I think that are the most responsible for keeping everything stuck together.
Awesome. That was actually going to be my next question. Anyone who you wanted to shout out, but you said it right there. Uh,
Yep.
very cool. So, first of all, well, not first of all, I guess next, who do you guys who are you playing for? Obviously, this is a charity league. What's your charity of choice?
Our charity of choice for this season is, as I think every season so far, is Child's Play, which
Okay.
is the penny arcade charity that buys. Well, actually, they've expanded their services quite a bit since they started, but like the initial founding idea was let's buy video games for children's hospitals, mostly because Jack, I think his name is Jack Thompson, is a jerk.
Oh. uh, I don't know anything about that, but that's super
Oh,
awesome that
it's
you guys are.
yeah, it's an interesting story. But
Okay.
yeah, they're our charity for this season, and they were for last season as well when our A team, I think, placed second or maybe third overall. So we got to make a donation to them, which is great.
Nice. That's really really awesome. So all the Google teams are all supporting Child's Play. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
Um, so do you know anything about like? Well, you kind of said it actually about like why they're doing it. That's really cool. Uh, can you talk a little bit about what got you personally interested in kind of organizing something like this? I'm not sure how long you've been with the Google team. I assume this is one of the expansion teams, or has this been around basically
Yeah.
since the start as well?
Yeah, so every season we end up with a different number of teams depending on what the interest looks like for that season. So I've played for 4 seasons. The first season I played, I think, was the biggest we had. We had 5 teams in total,
Oh wow.
of I think about 8 players each, but don't quote me on that. Gialga would know for sure. And this season, obviously, we've got 4 teams. The most recent season before this, we had 3. So it's usually somewhere between like 3 and 5, depending on who's available, who wants to play.
Nice. That's that's a good turnout. And you guys, like you said, you field full rosters. You've got those practice sessions. Can you talk a little bit about? I'm assuming you scrim against each other, against the other teams a little bit sometimes. No.
Yeah, so we do the Thursday night practices, and often people will either like start up a peep mode game or we'll just like start normal games and people will obs. We also just wrapped up a internal, basically like bronze to diamond tournament that the Gialga team put together called the Cast Iron Academy. You may have seen the finals was cast by Winter a few weeks ago, which was
Oh,
pretty
that's cool.
great. But basically, the concept there was like there were a lot of players who were either new to the game or wanted to try new races or just wanted to break through the diamond barrier. And we have a couple of folks who are really really great. So we paired the masters and high diamond players with some of the newer players and did an 8-week round robin style tournament, culminating with a playoffs and finals. And that
That
was great. That's
is
that's how I learned how to play Terran. Actually, was Eric taught me, or Gyalgatine rather.
nice. That is, yeah. That's really really cool. Like you guys are putting in a lot of effort into community building, and that is something that I really really love to see, and you guys should be proud of yourselves for that. I guess before we let you go, any additional shout outs you want to give? Obviously, I'm assuming your goals for the season are have like you obviously you'd love to win the whole thing, but I know that you definitely segmented off into like the A team as well as, and then like a little bit more uh, more tightly skilled, like the skill level of this team, I guess of both these teams, seems to be closer to like platinum to diamond.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, so our team is mostly like Diamond 3 and then one or two Platinum players, and then the B team is basically everything between that and Masters.
Oh, perfect. Okay. So what? Yeah, what's your guys' I guess goal for the season?
I'd like to see everybody bump their MMRs up a little bit. Like
Mm.
normally we get a nice bump during the CEA seasons. I really would love to beat the B team, the team we played today. So we're gonna have to come back to that later on in the season.
There you go.
Um,
So yeah,
yeah, that's what we're looking to do.
awesome. That's a good goal. Hopefully, we can maybe catch if there does end up being a rematch, maybe we can catch that and cast that again. That would be pretty cool. See how that progresses. And then yeah, you mentioned Gyalgatine and some other guys. Who is like, I guess who on your team specifically that helped organize this week that was really like a leader in strategy?
Shout out to Ariok and Stagadish. Both of them are like very level-headed, good, and analytical players who always show up for practice and always tell people how to do whatever they're doing, but better.
Nice. Super awesome. Once again, thank you so much for joining me. This is the leader of the Expendables, Google Expendables, Pacifists, and hopefully we'll be able to get to see that grudge match once again between the B team, I guess.
Yeah, we'll do our best. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining me. Have a good afternoon.
You too.
All right, so once again, that was Pacifists, and we're going to be bringing on the winner, the leader of the winning team there in just a moment. It is P and Keel, which is very funny. You love to see wordplay. And we are going to be having them on in just a moment here. Awesome. So let's give them a call. Hey, how's
Hi.
it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. Welcome and congratulations. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Blake, P and Keel. I'm the captain on the B team.
Awesome.
That's about it.
Fair enough. How long have you been, I guess, running the B team?
So this is my first season doing CEA stuff, and so I volunteered to be the B team captain when we didn't have enough captains at first, so I just volunteered to be the B team captain, and yeah, so just the one
Nice.
season.
Awesome. Have you been with Google for a while then, or?
No, actually, about 5 months. I found the Starcraft group shortly after I joined, and they were in the middle of the last CEA season or wrapping it up. So when I watched some of their games and thought, oh, that'd be fun to do. So when this season got announced, I signed up pretty quick.
Awesome. Yeah, that's fantastic. Once again, congratulations for taking down the other team. I did ask them what their goals in the season were, and well, one of them was actually beating you guys. So definitely a little bit of a rivalry there.
Yeah, we'll have to have a rematch.
That's what I was hoping to maybe see that later on in the season.
Yeah.
Pacifists mentioned that you guys do play together a lot, and there's a really great community over there at Google. Why don't you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, the community is awesome. There's particularly like the A team, I would say. I want to shout out to them because they're a bunch of Masters players, but they're super helpful with everyone who's not a Masters League, with practicing and stuff, and they play a ton, and everybody plays a lot, and everyone's really helpful, and there's a really nice helpful community for getting better at StarCraft and just having friendly scrimmages and even playing like silly mods and stuff. Practice a lot on like Thursday nights are a common practice night. Sometimes we have get-togethers where we do other stuff. We were talking about maybe having a non-StarCraft gaming night, like in a week or two or something like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
it's really positive, helpful
Yeah, that's
group.
awesome. Something like Among Us or something. I know that's the flavor of the month right now. A lot of people are loving that one.
Yeah, we were actually looking at doing the Thing mod in Starcraft, the Thing
Oh,
custom game. Yeah, because it's basically the same thing, I think.
yeah, different interface, but yeah, pretty much the same mafia style thing.
Mhm.
Uh, that sounds fun, and it sounds like you guys, like I said to the other captain, it sounds like you guys have like a fantastic, uh, just culture over there at the company and just in general with the team. What got you personally into CEA?
Well, personally, I just wanted to play more Starcraft, so I signed up. That was really about it.
Fair enough. That's honestly can't go wrong with that. Uh, Now we got the goals of the other team. What are your goals for your team here?
Well, I know we're not going to win overall, but I would like to have a respectable placement. Look, I think our team, like growing as individual players, would be really really nice. A lot of the players have already gotten like significantly better just in our internal like scrimmages, from what I've seen. Um, and so just for everybody to continue to grow and be able to improve the areas that they're interested in, and then overall for us to have like satisfying weekend games. That's really about it.
Nice. Well, I think you achieved that this week for sure. Just a lot of especially that game number 2 with the DTs versus the Roach Rush that ended up working out really well for your player.
Yeah, we were hemming and hawing over that one. We weren't sure which way it was going to go for a while.
Yeah. It was definitely a dicey one, and could have turned the entire momentum of the match. But it was definitely cool to see that like you guys very clearly do practice together a lot because there was a lot of clashing of styles and a lot of like very focused moves based on stuff. Like even the first game, I just want to draw attention to it. Even in the first game, the Reaper Scout that came into the main base was looking specifically for the Roach Warren and
Hmm.
did find like the remnants of it, and like it just shows that he kind of knows what his opponent wanted to do, and then he ended up canceling the Roach Warren and building it somewhere else, which was funny. um
Yeah, we everybody like certain people are kind of infamous for doing certain builds. So yeah, if you're playing against one of those people, we definitely like, all right, well, better check and make sure they're not doing their build,
yeah.
or find out if they are.
Yeah, what is it like having a random player on the roster as well?
It's fun. It's really good because if like somebody wants to practice and he's the only one on, you can play whatever you want.
That's a good
um,
point. Yeah.
yeah, and then there's that, and then obviously there's a little bit of element of surprise for the opposing team every week, which is nice, or every time he plays. Yeah, it's really cool. I'm glad
Yeah.
we have a fleshed out like a little bit of everything.
Yeah, it's really great. It seems like the team is quite well balanced, which is neat.
Mhm.
I know that you guys are supporting Child's Play, which is awesome.
Mhm.
I talked about it a little bit on the other interview, but do you want to talk about that at all a little bit, or?
Um, I don't think I have a ton to add. It's great charity. I think Dan talked about it plenty already.
Yeah, fair enough. That's what I figured, but I wasn't sure. Always want to leave the floor open just in case.
Hmm.
I guess before I let you go, is there anyone on the team that you want to shout out for this week's performance? Shouting out, organizationally. Yeah. Here's your opportunity.
Yeah, shout out to Eric, Skialgatine, and Neil, who have been doing a lot of the organization for the tournament and our internal group. And then, to our 4 players this week they played really, really well. Yeah, everybody did good. Everybody did well.
Awesome. And then I guess on a more personal level, is there any shout outs you want to give? Any social media or anything like that? Anything for the team overall, like the whole organization?
I think we have a Twitch channel. Let me look for it really quick.
Oh,
Uh,
I think I
one
might have seen
second.
them lurking in the chat. Is it just Google StarCraft?
Yep, that's it. Google StarCraft, one word on Twitch.
Perfect.
It's the only shout out I got.
There you go. Well, once again, thank you for joining me. Congratulations on the win. Looking forward to seeing you progress throughout the season. And yeah, have a wonderful afternoon.
Yeah, thank you so much. See ya.
Have a good one. All right. So once again, that was Pian Keel, the leader of the Microsoft, or sorry, not Microsoft. Wow. Google B team. The Google B team, the ads per minute APM, which is fun and cheeky. And that's going to wrap it up for the corporate esports association broadcast, the corporate side anyways. But we are going to leave the stream on because it is just 35 minutes away until we will be bringing you coverage of the collegiate side, and that is going to be UCSD, University of California San Diego versus man, I hope that's right. If that's not right, that's really dumb. Like I'm dumb for not checking that. Versus UC Davis. So we're gonna have an all California match coming up for you in, it's going to be just about 35 minutes. Once again, want to take the opportunity to thank, as I said, the CEA for having me on, for doing this. I want to thank Gilded. They are the title sponsor of this whole thing. I want to thank Shopify for, also sponsoring the league, and want to thank you guys for tuning in. Once again, we will be back in, it's going to be like, I guess, just under 35 minutes, just a little bit more than half an hour. And thank you so much for tuning in. If you are here from the collegiate side, stay tuned. If you're here from the corporate side, stay tuned as well. And make sure to follow the Twitch channel. We are on the verge of getting an affiliate. That would be awesome for the channel. As far as for me personally, you can follow me on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/steadfastsc. You can follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/steadfastsc2. You can also follow the CEA's Twitter. Oh, I'm putting myself on the spot here. Corporate Esports Association's Twitter is just at corporate esport. Corporate, not corporates. Why would it be corporates? I don't know. Corporate esport, all one word, on Twitter. And we will be back pretty soon. Thanks for tuning in.